Now, wealth creation for SMEs. So many of you must be thinking how wealth creation can be done. We are already making profits. We are creating wealth. So my dear friends, you are not creating wealth. You are creating income. There is a difference between income and wealth. Okay. When you work in your business, you earn some profits. That is creating income. That is not creating wealth. I'll show you how to create wealth through SME IPOs. Okay. Let's take an example. This company, Varanium Cloud Limited. This company came out with a 36 crore IPO in September 22. Just September 22. Okay, at the rate of 122 rupees per share. The valuation of this company in September 22 at the time of IPO was 150 crores. The current market price of the company shares are 690 rupees. So the valuation of the company has become 695 crores. You can see the kind of wealth they have created from 150 crores to 695 crores just within a period of 4-5 months. Is that possible elsewhere? No, not at all. So that is how wealth is created. Let me show you another example. This company, Cool Caps Industries Limited. This company came out with an 11.63 crores IPO in March 22. Just 1 year at the rate of 38 rupees per share. Valuation of this company at that time was 45 crores. And right now, the valuation of this company is 580 crores because the market price of the share has gone up from rupees 38 to rupees 503. So you see what kind of value creation is there and what kind of wealth creation is there. When I say unlocking value, 10 rupees shares sold at 38 rupees. 10 rupees shares sold at 122 rupees. That is unlocking the value. And valuation going up from 150 crores to 695 crores or 45 crores to 580 crores. That is wealth creation. Okay. Now, most of you must be knowing what an IPO is, but for those who don't know, let me tell you, an IPO means initial public offering. That means when any company goes to the public, offers its shares to the public for subscription, or say want to sell its shares in the market for raising funds and getting listed on the stock exchange, this event is called as IPO. And there are two kinds of IPO. One is normal IPO. One is SME IPO for small companies and mid-sized companies. Okay. Now, if you have an IPO dream, if you have ever thought that one day you will come out with an IPO for your company, you are in the right place because showing up is half done. Okay, let me tell you about this webinar. This webinar is going to last for around 90 minutes. It's going to be mainly in English and a little bit of Hindi. Thoda bahut Hindi beech mein hoga so that it's easy to understand for everyone. Okay. This webinar is meant for growth hungry businessmen who want to take their business to the next level, who want to unlock value in their business, who want to gain recognition, who want to create wealth in their businesses. Okay. We are not going to discuss unnecessary things, no fluff here, only actionable stuff we are going to talk. Okay. If you have got any questions, I'd request you to keep your questions with you, because in the last part of the webinar, we'll be having a question and answer session. And at that time, I would like to, and I will try to answer all of your questions. Okay. So please don't ask in between. If you ask questions in between, that will disturb the flow of the webinar and that will disturb everybody. Okay. Now, what I expect from you. No spam, please. Please don't write your numbers or email ID or Instagram ID or any other thing in the chats. Since you are attending this webinar, I'd expect you to attend till the end. Don't leave in between. If you've got something else to do, please leave right now, because half knowledge is of no use, right? I would expect you to watch the big webinar with full focus, because if you don't give focus, if you don't have focus here in the webinar, you will not be understanding the concepts clearly and you may miss so many things. Okay. If you want, you can take notes so that they can work as a reference point for you in the future, right? Now, what is there? What we are going to discuss today in this webinar, let me tell you. We'll be discussing the eligibility norms for SME IPO. कौन companies, कौन लोग IPO ला सकते हैं SME का IPO? Eligibility किस-किस की है? Who is eligible? Okay. Then we'll be discussing the steps involved in SME IPO. SME IPO में क्या-क्या steps हैं, कैसे-कैसे होता है? Okay. What strategies are needed for SME IPO? क्या-क्या strategy use करनी पड़ती है, करनी चाहिए? फिर how to prepare for SME IPO, what preparations are needed. Then we are going to discuss the benefits of SME IPO, and that will be two types of benefits. One is the benefit for the company, and the second one is benefits for the promoters. So this is the agenda for today. Now, there has been a hue and cry during last few years, MSME, MSME, MSME. And it is said that MSME is the growth engine of New India. In a way, this is a correct statement. This is correct. How? Because MSME, there are 6 crore plus MSMEs in India, 6 crore plus, more than 6 crore registered with the government of India. MSME sector is contributing more than 27% of the Indian GDP. That is quite a huge number. This is the largest employment provider. MSME sector provides the largest employment in India. Okay. But despite that, 72% of the MSMEs are either stagnant or are into losses during the last 5 years. I'm not saying this. This is the result of this survey conducted by Consortium of Indian Associations. Okay. How pathetic. कितना तकलीफ की बात है. इतना अच्छा सेक्टर जो 27% जीडीपी का कंट्रीब्यूट करता है, करोड़ों लोगों को रोजगार देता है, और वो सेक्टर एमएसएमई सेक्टर लॉस में है या आगे नहीं बढ़ पा रहा है. रीजन, मेन रीजन इज शॉर्टेज ऑफ फंडिंग. ओके. सो there is a belief in the market. People think that SME or IPOs are only meant for large companies, huge companies. छोटे कंपनी नहीं ला सकते, ऐसा सोचते हैं लोग. This is the general belief, general thinking in the market कि छोटी कंपनीज, छोटे businesses IPO नहीं ला सकते. Okay, but my dear friend, this is a myth. This is a wrong belief. Just remove it from your mind, remove it and think positively. You can do it. Because in the new scenario, alongside the large companies, बड़ी companies के साथ, SMEs भी IPO ला सकती हैं, value unlock कर सकती हैं और wealth creation कर सकती हैं. You can unlock value and create wealth through SME IPO, as I have shown you a few minutes ago. Okay. So how to do that? But before that, I'm asking one question to all of you. What is the biggest challenge for MSMEs or particularly SMEs? What is the biggest challenge? सबसे बड़ा challenge क्या है? SMEs के लिए सबसे बड़ा challenge क्या है? Fund. Any more answers? Any more answers? Market, investment, fund. More answers, please. Knowledge for doing. More answers. Right strategy, management. There are a number of challenges, a number of problems. But I'm asking you, which is the biggest problem? What is the biggest problem? The biggest problem is shortage of funding. Okay. So since shortage of funding is there, what to do now? What to do? When the businesses are short of funds, what happens? With running your business with short funds, it's just like running your car on empty tank. आप गाड़ी चला रहे हैं, पेट्रोल टंकी में है नहीं पूरा, थोड़ा सा पेट्रोल है. What will happen? the car will stop in between and you will end up pushing the car, or someone else will be pushing your car. या तो आप धक्का देंगे गाड़ी को, नहीं तो कोई दूसरा धक्का देगा. This will happen क्योंकि पेट्रोल खत्म हो जाएगा. Similarly, if your business is short of funds, what you will do? You will go for loans and forget about growth. Even day-to-day business bhi is difficult to run. You need funds for growth. You need funds for day-to-day operations of your business. So if you don't have sufficient funds, enough funds, your business is going to suffer. So what happens when there is a shortage of funds? Businessmen opt for loans. The loan may be from a friend, relative, known person, bank, institution, or other sources. Whatever is the source. It may be against a collateral security, it may be without a collateral security, but in any case, all loans always carry interest. All loans always carry interest. Okay. And interest is a big burden for all the businesses. Interest rates keeps on increasing. Sometimes a slight decrease is there, but otherwise normally interest rates keeps on increasing. And in a way, you are working for your bank. You are not working for yourself. You are working for your bank. Suppose you have got a loan of 10 crores and you are making a profit of around 2 crores. You end up paying approximately 1.2 to 1.5 crore rupees towards interest. So are you working for yourself or you are working for your bank? Obviously, you are working for the bank. You are saving a smaller portion of the profits. A larger portion is going to the bank. Okay. Now the solution is IPO. You will say, or most of you will think, but we are not big enough. हम बड़े कंपनी नहीं है, हम छोटा बिजनेस है, हम कैसे लाएंगे IPO? So my dear friends, now even small can dream big. Even if you are a small company, you can think of an IPO. Think of an IPO, think of us. Okay. Now, let me ask you another question. There is a company, you are the owner of the company. आप कंपनी के मालिक हैं. The net worth of the company is 10 crores. The net worth of the company is 10 crores. In unlisted company, as it is going on right now, you are the 100% owner of your business, of your company, with a net worth of 10 crore. But if you get listed on the stock exchange, you will be having just 75% shares in the company and 25% will go to the public. Okay. But in that case, the valuation of your company will be 100 crores. Suppose your 10 rupee shares is sold at 100 rupees. So your company's valuation will become 100 crores. So 75% of 100 crores is the B situation. A situation is 100% of 10 crore net worth. Which one is a better option? Which one is a better option? Please write down in the chat box, A or B. Obviously, B जो है वो ऑप्शन बढ़िया है, क्योंकि हालांकि A ऑप्शन में आप 100% ऑनर है, बट कंपनी की नेटवर्थ है 10 करोड़, आपके बिजनेस की नेटवर्थ है 10 करोड़, तो आप 10 करोड़ के मालिक हैं. बट व्हेन यू गेट लिस्टेड एंड योर कंपनीज वैल्यूएशन बिकम्स 100 करोड़, आप 75% के मालिक हैं, मगर वो 75% 100 करोड़ का है, 10 करोड़ का नहीं है. तो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, यहाँ 10 करोड़ के आप पूरे मालिक थे, वहां आप 75 करोड़ के मालिक हो जाते हैं. दैट इज द डिफरेंस. नाउ लेट मी टेल यू, when you think of an IPO or when we talk of an IPO, people think कि फंड रेजिंग के लिए होता है IPO. No. Fundraising is not the only criteria for an IPO. Is not the only purpose of an IPO. Why? As I told you earlier, an IPO is for unlocking value. You have been working in your business for decades. So many years you have been working in your business. but the value is not unlocked. Your 10 rupees share is 10 rupees only. It's not 11 rupees. It's not more than that. Okay. But when you go for the IPO, your share may be sold for 15 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 150 rupees, maybe 200 rupees. So that is unlocking the value. Okay. The second thing is wealth creation. I gave you examples how wealth is created. 50 crore company becoming 500 crore company within a few months or within a year. That is the way wealth is created. Okay. ऐसे पैसा बनता है. Now, what are the major pain points of SMEs? Fundraising is one, because you are short of funds. पैसा कम होता है तो growth कम होता है. Business आगे बढ़ नहीं पाता. Shortage of funds means shortage of growth or slow growth. Valuation नहीं मिलता है. There is no valuation. As I have told you that 10 rupees share is 10 rupees and it's not more than that. So that way valuation is not there. There is no recognition. You go to banks for loans or somewhere else. This is my company. This is my business. No recognition. But once you get listed, people give you respect that you are a listed company now. A listed company is more respected in the market as compared to a non-listed company. Okay? Wealth creation. I have shown you the examples. Then heavy debt burden is the problem which you are facing right now. But if you go for the IPO, you can use the IPO proceeds, a part of the IPO proceeds, to repay the debts also. अपना लोन भी आप उसमें से वापस कर सकते हैं अगर आप चाहते हैं. जो पैसा IPO से आता है उस पैसे को आप यूज कर सकते हैं अपना लोन रीपेमेंट करने में भी. Okay, so you become a debt free company. When you go for listing on stock exchange, you have to have systems and controls, जो अभी आपके पास है नहीं. पूरे systems लगाते नहीं है आप, पूरा control system नहीं होता है. So people don't trust your company, your business. But once you get listed, you are supposed to have proper systems, proper controls in your business. So people start believing that since this is a listed company, this company has got all the systems and controls in place. तो आपकी इज्जत बढ़ती है, लोगों का विश्वास बढ़ता है, ट्रस्ट बढ़ता है, and business grows with trust. If people don't trust you, they won't deal with you in a big way. Okay. Now, when we talk of the large scale, how many large scale companies, large companies are in India? When I say large companies, means companies with turnover of more than 250 crores. 250 करोड़ टर्नओवर से ऊपर वाली कितनी कंपनियां हैं इंडिया में? How many companies with a valuation of more than 250 crores? Any guesses? बताइए फटाफट. 250 करोड़ टर्नओवर से ज्यादा वाली कितनी कंपनियां इंडिया में हैं? Any answers? 7 lakh plus. More answers? More answers? $50,000, 3 lakhs, 10,000. You are shying away. मैं आपका टेस्ट नहीं ले रहा हूं. I'm not testing you. This is just to make it a bit interactive. Okay, 9 lakh plus. Well, the correct answer is 15,000 plus. There are more than 15,000 companies in India with a turnover of more than 250 crores. 250 करोड़ टर्नओवर वाली 15,000 से ज्यादा कंपनीज हैं इंडिया में. Okay? इनमें से कितनी कंपनीज लिस्टेड है? 15,000 में से कितनी कंपनीज लिस्टेड है? How many of these are listed? Out of these 15,000 companies, how many companies are listed? Please answer fast. 5,000. More answers, please. 700, 500, 9,000. More answers? Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Well, the answer is 6,000 plus companies. Out of 15,000 large companies, more than 6,000 companies are listed. This makes around more than 35%. More than 35% of the large companies are listed. Why I'm telling you this percentage, you'll come to know in a few minutes. Okay. You'll be surprised to know, and you should be honored that India has got the largest number of listed companies in the world. No other country has got so many listed companies as compared to India, as India has. Okay. Now, how many SMEs are in India? When I say SME, that means companies or businesses with a turnover of 5 crore to 250 crore. 5 crore से ऊपर 250 करोड़ के बीच में कितनी कंपनीज हैं इंडिया में, कितने बिजनेस हैं? Any guesses? फटाफट. 1,000 plus, 5 lakhs, 7 crores, 30,000, 500, 2.5 lakhs. More answers? 2.5 lakhs. More answers? Anyway, thank you. Well, the answer is 3 lakhs plus. 3 लाख से ऊपर कंपनीज हैं इंडिया में जिनकी टर्नओवर 5 करोड़ से 250 करोड़ के बीच हैं. ओके. इनमें से how many companies are listed out of these companies with a turnover of 5 crores to 250 crores? How many companies are listed? Come on, fast, because I got so many things to discuss. Out of these 3 lakhs companies, how many companies are listed? 500. More answers, please. 5,000. 6,000, 5,000, 1,000. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the participation. Well, the answer is 700 plus companies. Just 700 plus companies out of 3 lakhs. Why so? Why so small number? Why? What is the reason? There are so many reasons. Lack of awareness. People are not aware that there is something like SME IPO. That is the one reason. Most of the people don't know. They don't have the knowledge how to do this and how to go about it. पता नहीं है कैसे करना है. पहले पता नहीं है कि है ऐसा कोई facility, and if they know तो कैसे करना है नहीं मालूम. Then there is a fear of IPO process. Indecisiveness. They are not able to take a decision. Should we go? Should we not? Should we go? Should we not? Okay. जैसे वो ले लेते हैं ना गुलाब, एक पत्ता तोड़ा करना है, एक पत्ता तोड़ा नहीं करना है, करना है नहीं करना है, करना है नहीं करना है, like that. Why? Because lack of awareness and fear of compliance. Fear of compliance. My dear, जब जैसे जैसे आप बिजनेस बढ़ाएंगे आपकी compliances बढ़ेंगी. So compliances से डर के आप बिजनेस को ग्रो करना छोड़ देंगे क्या? थोड़ी compliance बढ़ेंगे तो क्या हुआ? So what? You will be making lots of money. Your business will be growing fast. Okay. Now, let's look at the scenario. Out of the 700 plus SMEs which are listed on Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange, the market capitalization of these 700 companies is 1.5 lakh crore. 1.5 lakh crore इनका वैल्यूएशन है जो SME companies हैं listed. जो 700 कंपनियां SME की लिस्टेड हैं उनका मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन, मार्केट वैल्यूएशन 1.5 लाख करोड़ है. And these companies raised just 10,000 crores from the market. Imagine 700 companies raised just 10,000 crores. The market value of this 10,000 crores is today 1.5 lakh crores. This is how wealth is being created. Okay. And out of the 700 companies, more than 250 companies has already migrated or say moved. इसमें से 250 कंपनियां मेन बोर्ड में चली गई हैं, वो भी SME में नहीं है, मेन बोर्ड में माइग्रेट कर गई हैं. Okay. Average valuation per company of these 700 companies is 100 crore plus. Average valuation per company. And the average fund these companies raised was just 12.4 crores. 12 करोड़ 40 लाख रुपया एवरेज इन कंपनीज ने रेज किया था मार्केट से SME IPO में. एंड आज की डेट में उसका वैल्यूएशन एवरेज हर कंपनी का 100 करोड़ से ऊपर है. Those of you who don't know me, let me tell you, my name is B.M. Aggarwal. I am a chartered accountant by profession with a 44 plus years of experience. I have experience in project consultancy, finance syndication, bank loans. I have also published a weekly newspaper called Money Media for around 8 years during the 90s, 91 to 98. I've been advisor to dozens of IPOs on main board as well as SME. I was the sole advisor and I marketed the 105 crore IPO of Cantabil Retail India Limited. All of you must be knowing Cantabil Retail India. They have got their garment showrooms everywhere in the country. I was the sole advisor. I got them 105 crores rupees raised from the market. Cantabil को 105 करोड़ रुपया मैंने इकट्ठा करवा के दिया था. Right now, this is just an interruption for the time being. I just completed this book. This book I have just completed. This is being sold on being pre-booked on Amazon. So if you want, you can book your orders because pre-booking will get you this book at a discounted price of just 199 rupees. You can click this link and you will get it on 21st of this month at 199. Okay. On 21st April, when this is launched, the price is going to be 399 and 299, sorry. And the print version of this book will also be available. That's going to be somewhere around 500 or 600 rupees. Okay. So if you want a print copy, you wait for that day. All of you will get information about that. But if you want a ebook, you can book it right now at a discounted price, pre-offer price, pre-opening price of 199 only. Okay. Now, let's move ahead. Right now, I'm on a mission to help 1,000 SMEs to achieve growth in their businesses through SME IPOs. 1,000 कंपनीज को SME IPO करवाना चाहता हूं मैं. आप में से कितने लोग इस मिशन में मेरे साथ हैं? How many of you are with me in this mission? How many? Good, good, good. Good to see. Good to see. Good to see. Good to see. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Now, what are the benefits of SME IPO? You want to know the benefits. What are the benefits? आप जानना चाहते हैं क्या क्या फायदे हैं IPO करने के, SME IPO करने के? If you want to know, say BIO. Bring it on. BIO. Say BIO. Bring it on. Fast, fast, fast. जानना है तो लिखिए. Good, good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. So, the benefit of SME IPO. What are the benefits? What are the benefits? Number one, infusion of funds for faster business growth. When you go for SME IPO, you raise funds from the market, you get more funds in your business, and more funds in your business means you can achieve your growth faster. आपका growth faster हो जाता है. Otherwise also you may be growing but slow. But with the funding available to you, you can have a faster growth, much faster growth. That is the first benefit. These are the benefits to the company. Okay, another benefit to the company is you don't lose any control on the board. Okay, because in IPO you don't have to give a board seat to those shareholders जिनको आप public में पैसा अपना shares बेचते हैं. They will not come on the board of directors. They will not. So you don't lose control in the board. You have got 100% full control on the business. Okay. If you go for private equity, in that case, the private equity investor will be inducting 1 or 2 directors in your company's board of directors. But in case of IPO, no outside director, only independent directors are required, but no shareholder from the public will be coming on your board. So no loss of control. Okay. Then your company's net worth will increase dramatically, as I have shown you. So when the company's net worth increases, the market gives you more valuation. It becomes more attractive. You go to a bank, you get more, you become more attractive to the lenders, to the bankers, to the institution. They will be willing to give more loans to you if you need. Okay. You can get more limits, more credit, more loans, and at a lower rate of interest. These are again the benefits to the company. Then free coverage. When you become a listed company, there will be so many channels, TV channels, so many websites, so many other media, which will be willing to have your interviews or publish news about your companies and all that. Okay. And apart from that, your company's name will be appearing on the stock exchange board, on all the brokers' offices, share brokers' offices, when the stock market is open. So that way you get free publicity, and that increases your brand value, because publicity means increasing brand value. So you grow your brand value also. Okay. You get more bargaining power because you have got more funds. So you get more bargaining power and you can get better deals. Okay. You can become a debt-free company, as I told you some time ago. If you want to repay the debt loan, you can repay it. वापस कर सकते हैं loan, debt-free company बन सकते हैं. Okay. You unlock the value in your business. I've given you the examples how value is unlocked. 10 rupees shares being sold at 50 rupees, 25 rupees, 30 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees in the IPO. So that is the way value is unlocked. You have been working 10 साल से आप अपना बिजनेस चला रहे हैं, उसका वैल्यू अनलॉक करने का टाइम आता है SME IPO में. Okay. Then you can raise funds at zero interest cost, because the funds which you raise in the IPO, you don't have to pay any interest on that money. Zero interest, zero. No interest is to be paid on this money. This money is not to be refunded also. Okay. After becoming a listed company, you get preferential treatment from banks. Okay. Why? Because your company is having systems and controls, and you have to follow the compliances, so you become more attractive to the bankers. Okay. You pay lower rate of interest. You can bargain that. Listed companies has got higher credit limits as compared to non-listed companies. This is another benefit. प्रमोटर्स को क्या क्या फायदे हैं? ये तो कंपनी के लिए फायदे हो गए. आप बोलोगे मेरा क्या फायदा है इसमें? कंपनी का फायदा तो हो गया, मेरा क्या फायदा है? Okay. When you become a listed company, you unlock wealth created with decades of hard work. 25% पब्लिक को जाता है, उसका वैल्यू बढ़ता है, साथ साथ the 75% which is going to remain with you, the value of that 75% will also increase. So that is your personal benefit. Your 75% share in the company, which was, say, suppose 10 crore is the net worth before listing. So your value of your share are 10 crores. But after IPO, you have got 75% control on the share capital, but the value becomes 100 crores. So your 10 crores becomes 75 crores. That is your individual, your personal benefit. Okay. This increases your net worth, as I given you the example. Then if you need funds after listing at some point of time, you need funds. आपको पैसे की कभी जरूरत पड़ती है. You can sell some part of your shares in the market and get cash. You can sell small part of your shares out of the 75% which you're holding. You can sell a small part of that and get money, get cash. Okay. So that is like having a currency note in your pocket. Okay. Then till now you have been generating income. But when you go for listing, you as a promoter start creating wealth, start generating wealth. Given you the examples. Okay. You can get personal loans from banks against the security, collateral security of your shares. As an unlisted company, your shares are not collateral security, but shares of a listed companies are treated as a collateral security for loans. So if you want loans from banks after getting listed on the stock exchange, उस पे आप लोन ले सकते हैं. Your shares after listing become a collateral security also. Okay, dramatically increase respect in and social status. When you meet somebody, किसी को मिलते हैं आप, अरे मेरी कंपनी लिस्टेड है, आपका जरा ऐसे कॉलर ऊपर हो जाता है ना? That gives you respect. Now you might be having a question, okay, we have to go for listing. Why not the main board? Why not the main board? Why SME? So my dear friends, SME IPOs has got lower compliance burden. Main board IPOs has got higher compliance burden. So the first benefit is lower compliance. So if we look at this chart, half-yearly reporting is required in case of SMEs. For large exchange, bigger exchange, main board exchanges, you have to file your balance sheet and all the reports every quarter. हर तीसरे महीने balance sheet file करना पड़ता है stock exchange में. But SME IPO में you have to file a abridged balance sheet every 6 months, just twice a year. Okay. Then expenses and due diligence are easier, relaxed in case of SMEs. Okay, expenses, kharcha kam lagta hai. Because the listings process is simple or easier, it is faster, it takes less time. Jaldi ho jata hai SME IPO, main board IPO takes more time. Okay. Listing fees is also less for SME platforms. Main board IPOs, listing fees is high. Okay. And post listing also, listing के बाद भी SMEs की आपकी compliances कम होती हैं as compared to main board. Okay. Now what is the eligibility criteria? कौन कौन लोग SME IPO ला सकते हैं? जो जानना चाहता है say I. Those of you who want to know, say I. Good. Awesome. So just listen carefully. Okay. Just listen carefully the conditions for listing on the stock exchange through SME IPO route. Okay. The first condition is that your business should be in existence for at least 3 years. आपका बिजनेस कम से कम 3 साल पुराना होना चाहिए. जितना ज्यादा पुराना हो अच्छा है, but minimum 3 years old business. Okay, this is the first condition. Second condition is that your business should have been profitable in at least 1 out of the last 3 financial years. पिछले 3 साल में से किसी एक साल में प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए. Then there should be a positive net worth. आपके बिजनेस का नेट वर्थ नेगेटिव नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay. Net tangible assets of 1.5 crores, 1.5 करोड़ के net tangible assets होने चाहिए. When I say net tangible assets, that means all the assets minus the liabilities is the net assets. But out of that, अगर आपका कोई डेबिट बैलेंस है asset side पे, profit loss में, तो वो count नहीं होगा. If there is some trademark or goodwill in the asset side, that will also not be considered. Okay. So only tangible assets will be considered. All the assets minus liabilities is the net tangible assets. Okay. Should be more than 1.5 crores. Then the biggest benefit here is that even known companies are eligible. Even if you are running your business as a sole proprietor or a partnership or an LLP, you are eligible, you can just get converted into a limited company and go for the IPO. So if you think, oh, मैं तो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड नहीं हूं, मैं तो लिमिटेड नहीं हूं, मैं तो सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप में बिजनेस करता हूं, मैं पार्टनरशिप में करता हूं, नो प्रॉब्लम. All are eligible, get converted into a limited company and go for the IPO. Simple. There should be no change in the promoters during last 1 year. पिछले एक साल में promoters में change नहीं होना चाहिए. If there is a partner, suppose there is a partnership firm, no partner should have left the firm, no new partner should have come in the business. So no change in promoters during last 1 year. Okay. Then the post issue के बाद, the paid up capital should not be more than 25 crores. The paid up capital after the IPO should not be more than 25 crores. Okay. So these are the conditions. Now, which business is eligible? Any business, manufacturing, trading, service sector, whatsoever, any business which is legally allowed to be carried on in India, ऐसा हर business जो legally allowed है करना, all those businesses can go for SME IPO. So there is no limitation कि manufacturing वाला जा सकता है या कौन जा सकता है. Any business which is legally allowed to be carried out is eligible for SME IPO also. But this is the eligibility criteria. Now there is another thing which is capability. Eligibility and capability are two different things. Okay. When we say eligibility, if you look at the rules, if you want to get admitted to IIT, all the IITs say if you have got 60% marks in your 12th grade, you are eligible for admission in IIT. Okay. But how many students with 60% marks get admitted? Tell me, how many students with 60% marks get admitted in IIT? No one, zero. Why? Because competition is there. Okay. So students with a high percentage of marks, say 95% plus or 97% plus or 98% plus, they get admitted. Although the eligibility criteria is 60%. Similarly, in case of SME IPO, the eligibility criteria is there that should be more than 3 years old business, should be profit in one of the last 3 years, should be there should be no change in the promoters, etc., etc. But since this involves funding from the public, people are going to invest. पैसा लगाना है लोगों ने. आपकी कंपनी अगर इन्वेस्टेबल नहीं नजर आएगी, if your company is not investable, people will not invest money in your company. So it has to be investable also, attractive for the public, attractive for the investors. So there is a difference, eligibility and capability. You should be eligible and you should be capable. Okay. Now, SME IPO process. Who is interested to know the process? Those who want to know the process of SME IPO, say me. Good. Almost all of you, because you are attending this webinar, shows and means that you are interested to know who can. We have seen who can come out with the IPO. Now we will see what is the process. Okay. So this is a 5-stage process, basically 4 stages. The 5th stage is that you become a listed company. So there are 4 stages, 4-stage process. First stage, preparation, then filing, then marketing and distribution, then listing and value creation. पता लग गया? How many of you have understood? I told you the 4 steps. I told you the 4 steps. Is it clear? Is it clear? Preparation, filing, marketing, and value creation. Okay. Let me tell you more. You have to sign mandate. You have to appoint us as IPO advisors. Then we'll be appointing merchant bankers. Then we'll be structuring your capital. Then other intermediaries will be appointed. Then due diligence will be carried out. Then IPO resolution will have to be passed by your board of directors. Then a document called DRHP, detailed, draft red herring prospectus, that is generally known as prospectus, is to be prepared. This is a document running into several hundred pages, maybe 400 pages, 500 pages, or more than that. That is to be prepared based on the information of your company. Okay. Then this document, along with all other documents, is submitted to the stock exchange. They examine it. They raise some questions. The questions are to be answered properly. After that, you receive approval from the stock exchange. Then you issue pre-issue. Then you issue the advertisements in the newspaper regarding your IPO. Then your issue is opened. The issue is closed. Normally, the issue remains open from 3 to 5 days, sometimes 6 days also. And once the issue closes, from 7-8 days from the closing of the IPO, you get the permission for trading on the stock exchange, and you become a listed company, and on trading, money will come to your bank account. Okay. So let me tell you in brief, the first stage, that is preparation, appointment of IPO advisors. You can appoint us as IPO advisors. We are one of the leading IPO advisors in the country. Then we'll select a lead manager or say merchant banker for you. Feasibility report will be prepared. Due diligence will be done. Okay. Then compilation of information and review of the offer document will be done. आपका जो prospectus बनेगा उसको review किया जाएगा. Then preparation of restated financial statements. Your balance sheet for last 3 years will have to be restated in the stock exchange format. Okay. Then has to be re-audited from a peer review auditor. Capital structuring is going to be done. And some other certificates you will be needing, like pollution control and all that. Okay. After that, your papers will be filed with the stock exchange. You will be appointing the bankers, all the bankers who are going to accept your share applications when the issue opens. You have to appoint registrar to the issue. You have to appoint brokers. You have to appoint underwriters. You have to appoint market makers. All these intermediaries are going to be appointed. Okay. Then the draft red herring prospectus, DRHP, offer document, is to be filed with the stock exchange, not the SEBI. Mind it, in case of SME IPO, SEBI is not going to come in picture anywhere. All the approvals, everything is going to be done by the stock exchange. It may be the Bombay Stock Exchange or the National Stock Exchange, but SEBI is not going to come in the picture. Okay. They may raise questions, they may interview you, they may visit your factory, your premises, they may not. But when they raise questions, the questions has to be answered satisfactorily. Then the stock exchange will review your offer document. And after their approval, you have to file it with the registrar of companies. Okay. The third stage comes when you have to conduct road shows, information is prepared, investor deck is prepared to bring investors, good investors in your IPO. Then anchor investors are selected. Then the IPO is launched. Then you start receiving the share applications. And on the fixed date, the IPO is closed. Okay. Now, after closing, allocation and allotment of share is done by the stock exchange. Your registrar to the issue will take care of this in consultation with the stock exchange. Okay. After that, you will get listing permission, listing approval from the stock exchange. Your shares will be listed and will start trading on the stock exchange. When the trading starts, initially all the share application money will be collected in an escrow account. You cannot use that money. You cannot touch that money. Once the trading starts, after paying the balance fees and expenses of the intermediaries, the remaining funds will be transferred to your normal bank account. And you become a listed company. Funds are there. Enjoy the business, grow the business. Okay. You want to see some case studies? Do you want to see some case studies? Do you want to see some case studies? Want to see some examples? I have given you 2 examples in the beginning. Now, do you want to see more examples? Okay, good. I told you no queries in between. And in the end of the webinar, we'll be having a question answer session. That time you can ask your questions. Okay. Now, look at this chart. This is the chart prepared by Economic Times. This company, Cool Caps, the IPO was at 38 rupees per share. Okay, IPO size was 11 crores. Listing date was March 22. Appreciation return is 862%. Varanium Cloud, 122 rupees IPO price. IPO size 30.6 crores. This was in September 22. Increase return is 753%. Rachna Infrastructure, 135 rupees per share. Total IPO 72.44 crores. Appreciation 676%. You see the remaining also. And more also. So this kind of appreciation is there. 30 rupees shares, 70 rupees shares, but no company issued shares at 10 rupees. All these are 10 rupees shares. Okay. Look at this chart. These are the top 10 companies which came out with SME IPO during 2020. Okay. 2020. This company IPO price 15 rupees, current price 206 rupees. This company 45 to 560. This company 51 to 475, 28 to 224, 20 rupees to 130, 40 to 258, and like that. These are the companies which came out on top 10 companies who came out with an SME IPO in 2021. 37 rupees shares has become 684 rupees. 58 rupees share has become 872. I'm sorry, this company 93 rupees share has become 1,338, and like that. These are the companies which came in 2022. 2022 में ये कंपनियां आई. 37 रुपीज का शेयर हो गया 270 रुपए. 67 का हो गया 381. 135 वाला हो गया 760. 38 rupees shares became 181. 15 rupees shares became 57. 55 became 199, and like that. So if you look at this news, a few days ago, this news was there in Times of India, that SME segment has given a return of 69% during 2022. 2022, the return on SME IPOs was 69%, whereas the main Sensex gave a return of just 4%. Bombay Stock Exchange, Sensex gave a return of 4% during 2022, but SME exchanges gave a return of 69%. Okay, mind-boggling. How value creation is done, how wealth creation is done. After listing, you can become a unicorn also. You can become a unicorn company. Now, do you know what is a unicorn company? What is a unicorn company? Do you know? क्या होती है unicorn company? क्या होती है? Any answers? What is a unicorn company? No answers. Hello? No answers. A very common question. $1 billion. Yes, 100% correct. A companies with a valuation of $1 billion. It's not question of how much they raised. The market valuation or the capitalization should be $1 billion plus. When you touch $1 billion, you become a unicorn company. How many unicorns are there in India? How many unicorn companies are there in India? India में कितने unicorn companies हैं? 3. More answers. More answers. शर्मा क्यों रहे हो यार? मैं टेस्ट नहीं ले रहा. I'm not testing your knowledge. 70, okay. 20 plus. More guesses. 223. Anyway. Well, the exact number is 107. 107 unicorn companies are there in India. Okay. These are some of the companies which has become unicorn companies. They came out with IPO recently, a few years ago, and they have become unicorn companies. This is a record. This is a record. This is something phenomenal. This company known as EKI Energy Services Limited. This company came out with an IPO during April 2021. April 2021, this company came out with an IPO. Market valuation at that time was 96 crores only. 96 करोड़ वैल्यू था इस कंपनी का अप्रैल 21 में जब ये आईपीओ के लिए आई थी. ओके, 102 रुपए में 102 rupees per share the IPO was there. Okay, they sold the shares at 102 rupees per share. And in January 22, within a period of March 22, within a period of January, within a period of 9 months, this company became a unicorn company. Just 9 months. A company which came out with IPO at a market value of 96 crores became a $1 billion company in January 22, within 9 months. That is something phenomenal. This guy, Mr. Manish Dapkara, is the owner of this company, and the information is available on the net. Is it mind-blowing? किस किस का दिमाग का बत्ती जला? Is it mind-blowing? Is it mind-blowing? Yes or no? Mind-blowing ना? होता है ना? होना चाहिए. अगर अभी भी बत्ती नहीं जला तो नहीं जलेगा. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you for the response. Now, if you have got an IPO dream, if you want to come out with an IPO, what you can do? What you can do? And why you should go? Why you should think about an IPO? In 1977, Reliance was an SME like you. Reliance Industries was an SME like you. Dhirubhai Ambani came out with an IPO in 1977 and the IPO size was just 4 crores. 4 crore का IPO आया था 77 में Reliance का. And today you see the valuation of the group. Several lakhs crores. Okay. This is the kind of wealth which is being created through listing. Okay. All these guys. Who is this? Who is this? Lakshmi Mittal, Mr. Munjal, Anil Aggarwal, Nadar, Mukesh Ambani, Karsan Bhai, and all these guys. Sunil Mittal Bharti, this Kotak, Mr. Ajim Premji. All these guys, they came as a small scale company in the stock market. And today they are conglomerates. You can be the next. You can be the next. If you have got the guts, if you have got the courage, you can be the next. So what are you waiting for? What next? You have got all the information. You can't say we are not aware, we don't know. Think of an IPO, think of us, because we provide complete IPO solution under our roof. सारा काम शुरू से आखिर तक का हम आपका करवाते हैं IPO का. और even after the IPO, we are going to be with you for migration to the main board, for second round of the funding, or say follow-on issue or rights issues, everything we are going to be with you. Okay. Name of the game is fundraising. Name of the game is fundraising. Once you have got funds, your business start growing. So we provide start to finish hand holding. And if you want to discuss the possibility of an IPO, you can book a one-to-one meeting with me, Zoom meeting. This is a 30 minutes Zoom meeting. I have given you the link. You can click this link and book the Zoom meeting. After clicking this link, you have to pay just token fees of 1,000 rupees. After that, you will be taken to my calendar, and there you can select the date and time which is suitable to you. Okay. Whatever slots are there, you can select the time slot and date which is suitable to you. Okay. Okay. So those of you who want to discuss about their IPO possibilities can book this one-to-one.